Heaven in a Holler, the final production on this song feels like a live BK show, right? And less like a record. How does your mindset of knowing that you are going to play this live influence your writing?
You're thinking about, well, how does this melody lift like it should? Does this, are the drums sound big enough? Does the guitar lick proper? And you want to just create this space and this energy behind each song, because that's what the live show is. Whether it's a slow song live, there's always a different bite. There's always a different element and situation going on when you hear something live. You can turn a slower song, like If I Go First, it can have a different vibe live just because it's live.
Yeah.
So constantly, don't let it overtake your writing experience, but it's always there. You want it. I don't imagine writing a song that I would never play for somebody out live and just have it on a record. That's not that fun.
Yeah.
When I sat down and wrote Heaven in a Holler, when I had the county line, I could have put the county that Hee Haw Holler was in, but I wanted to intermingle kind of from my perspective, but kind of from Dad's perspective with kind of a modern twist if him and Mom had a spot like that, but kind of a throwback to where he grew up. So that's why I put Weekly County. That's where Palmersville, Dresden is. And, just kind of almost in a sense, that third verse, in the middle of some poplars, loved ones around me, that's where they're going to bury me. Kind of as if my dad had written that in a weird way. So it's got a lot going on, more than probably what meets the ears or the eyes of reading or hearing that song. But that's kind of how I developed. I kind of put it in a blender and made that song.
I can actually really relate to that. I've been with my granddad to the home that he grew up in. It had a dirt floor. It's still standing, and going to those locations is something really special.
Yeah.
In Sunshine State of Mind, Volume 1, you insinuate that you can have the beach or this mindset wherever you are, right? How do you get to that state of mind, whether it's, the beach, whether it's your Heaven in a Holler? How do you get to that place no matter where you are?
I think it's just inside of you. And I like to have something to look forward to, when we're grinding and working hard. And so I try to keep, the beach and the woods and some travel kind of always on my mind in a sense, man. Like when I get some free time, or we've been busting it, we're on the road for however long, we're writing and we're doing things, and it's just like, all right, well, pick a spot on the calendar, and then there's my time.
Yeah.
There's my time to go get my soul fed, for whether that's the beach, Colorado, Tennessee Holler, or going home to Ormond Beach, Florida to see my parents. It all matters to me. It all means something to me. I have to have that time. The past couple weeks down at the beach, kind of off in a sense. We were doing a little bit of work, but it was like therapy for me just to be down there and be with the dogs, be at our house, and kind of fill up my tank, energy wise, creatively. I know there's a lot of writers that have said this, and I believe this too, but it's nothing new. But, as a creative, as a writer, you have to go live to fill up your tank, to have things to write about that mean something. Mm-hmm. You got to go make memories to have something to write about. You have to go do things that put your mind at a different place and a different intersection of whether that's reality, future, current, places where you're at. You have to go live, and you have to get out there, try new things, experience things, good, bad, ugly, whatever it may be. And that's just a part of life. Being a writer, a creative, that's where I'm getting it from. I'm getting these things from things that happen, things that I think of, things that pop in my head. That's my real voice. Those are my thoughts and my feelings. That's my voice. And I feel like I've even more so found that through this record.
Yeah. a line that really stuck out to me was heaven on earth, got a piece of mine on a piece of God's dirt, working hard to keep it in the family. Here you talk about keeping the land in your family. You have the rings that you've kept in your family. And you have this constant theme of working hard to create something and pass it on. Is that something that Ed and Mary Margaret instilled in you? Did you come up with this on your own? Where did this idea develop from, or where did this necessity for you develop from?
I think it just come from my parents. Family's everything to them and to us, and we've always carved out time to do family things. Obviously, still to this day, and so I'm not old by any means. I'm 39 years old, but as the years go by and things change and grow and happen, man, life becomes more fragile. Life becomes more real, and time is precious. Life is special, and so just doing and being around what matters and those that matter is special, man. It's just like, we've seen people, friends, families, celebrities, people, losing people, and it can happen to any of us at any time. And so just not taking family and things for granted, just, hey, we got to continue to make memories. We got to continue to live life the way that I grew up, man. I don't ever want to get away from loving people, being all about family, making new memories, working hard, and creating an environment that's full of love and light.